Wishing you peace and many, many blessings. I just want to get on here, one, because I've been missing. I usually do a full moon and a new moon, or new moon and a full moon reading for you guys, but when it came to this Sagittarius energy, I was just really feeling like I needed to pour it all into myself and do a lot of research, self-discovery, just heavy on knowledge, trying to consume all the knowledge that I can, and I just wasn't in the energy of putting out knowledge. I just knew that it will be best to save up this Sagittarius energy for when I have to do the next reading for the new moon, because it's going to come a whole new different perspectives. Like even the way that I'm delivering my readings and delivering the divine insight that I'm receiving, I'm getting better at articulating what it is that I'm trying to say. And not that I was ever bad at it, but I know that I'm trying to reach a certain person, or I'm trying to reach certain people specifically. So it's like certain ways that I speak, certain words that I have to employ outside of the fact that I'm always talking with my hands, you know. I'm just learning a lot more about myself, about my delivery, and about how I can help through my own self-discovery. And it's just like, I find that very, very interesting. So I know that Sagittarius season is extremely enlightening. I call it the philosopher season. The P in TP stands for philosopher. I was thinking about that last night too. Like how Lil Wayne always got Weezy F Baby in the episode or something. Like I'm always thinking about a P word that could be the P in TP, even though it's my last name. But the sun feels good. Back to the Sagittarius season energy of that philosopher. I love philosophy also. I got a little Socrates tattoo. And Socrates is a philosopher that's all about, essentially, if you think that you know everything, you know nothing. You can be the best in something, but to call yourself a master in it as if it's still not anything else to learn, you know, it's just trickery in it. So he ran around the town questioning everybody who was the best in what they do and asking them different questions. So essentially that's why he got killed, because he made everybody feel stupid. But he was out here hurting egos. But I feel like I would do the same thing, because they say if you can't teach it to a child, then you don't know what it is that you're talking about. And people use fancy words, fancy this, fancy that. So just be careful of like illusionists and illusion magic and all that stuff. I feel like I got so much information to share, just as much as I'm trying to receive too. So that's another thing with that Sagittarius energy. But we on philosophy right now. So yeah, that's just where I've been at. That quest for knowledge, the thirst of information. So I feel like a lot of people right now, if you're not experiencing a self-discovery, then you're experiencing a lot of discovery about other people, which in turn is helping you learn a lot about yourself, how you communicate. Not even how you communicate, it's like how what you're communicating is creating what you're experiencing. Let me say that again. What it is that you're communicating, whatever it is that you're communicating and you're active doing it, how that's forming your reality, how that's shaping what you're seeing right now. And I feel like that could be tough for some people, but it's really lighting a fire up under it, because it's like, dang, like I'm not trying to live like this no more, or dang, like I'm so grateful, this is exactly what I wanted. So it's two different places to be in. I heard somebody say that Sagittarius energy reminds them of like being tricky, but it's because they know so much. And what you know is all about what you seek to know. So it's that philosopher, the lovers of life, lovers of dang, I just want to know. So those different forms of knowing too. And you can think that, let me not say that Socrates was a Sagittarius, but because he's a philosopher, I'm going to use the example of him, like just tricking people out of their own mentality, you know, like, well, let me just play around in here, let me get around here, let me dive a little bit deeper, let me question you about all the things that you think you know, just to see how much you really know them. And some people can't handle that type of stuff, so I get why they want to be mad at somebody who's a Sagittarius who is coming in with that energy. But that's my little report on that. Yeah, I get a lot of visuals, and I feel like that's what sometimes stifles my ability to portray what I'm saying. I see so many things in my head, see so many things when I close my eyes, that when I try to put that into words, it's like, dang, how do I say this? And some of it excites me so much when I see it. It's like, oh my gosh, I gotta get this out there. I'm like a little kid with this information, like, you know. And sometimes people, I just don't yet understand it. So I don't know. Then let me say, I low-key be getting offended when there are things that I know, things that I talk about, things that I express, and somebody goes to somebody else or figures out what it is in some other way and are like praising it like it's new information, as if they didn't have somebody in their life who was living this same way, or for so many years that are having an experience with somebody who really live it, I'd be like, you don't know that like you got somebody in your life that's really like that for real. And that has been coming up to me in this season too. But also it takes me to this this understanding of like people can only understand you as far as they understand themselves. So if it took that piece of somebody else telling it to them, maybe they were too close to me or don't want to see me in that light, or are unable to see me in that light because they have to acquire the information somewhere else, and it's not about me. Duh, like everything in their experience is not about me. But it's sometimes that can be hurtful. It's like you don't see who I am. Like I literally am this in the flesh. Like, so whatever, that's just something I noticed about myself. But again, two things can be true at once. I can feel this way and still have the understanding of like, you know, that's everybody on their path. But I've had a lot of just, I be displaying impatience sometimes when it comes to people, because I'm like, yo, like I see everything that's in them, and I'd be like, you know, if you just stop this one thing right now, then you doing something right now to, you know, like people, whatever. So I know that I had that tendency, and I just need to be patient. So I've had a lot of work with loving people exactly where they at and opening my heart space up for that, because even if I don't agree with it, even if it's something that I wouldn't do, it's not my life, you know. And I love the person. I don't love you for the decisions that you make. I don't love you for the actions that you make. I don't love you because like there's no conditions upon my love once I love you. So once I love you, that's just that. You do what you do. Now it's different when you decide to put yourself into different cycles and you are knowing and not choosing differently. Then at that point you're just a liability to me, and I don't like to put myself around liabilities, especially enough. Too powerful, too strong, too all that. And then my discernment kind of cues me up to that. So people could think I'm being judgmental, but I'm just using my discernment. It doesn't take me as much to know. Period. It doesn't take me as much to know. Some people may need 5 experiences. If I got da-da-da, I can be around you. I can smell you. I could see you interact with somebody else and be like, yeah, no, I don't like, Well, not even I don't like, because that is a judgment. That's not what it is. It would just be like, Now, if I was in a situation with that, could the way that this person think harm me? Because that's more so what discernment is. Could the way that this person act, could the, you know, those small little intricacies like that is how I think on a daily. And it keeps me safe. It keeps me protected. It keeps me, you know, I'm just happy. But I done ran into a lot of stuff where I had to keep learning those lessons, and it took me a lot to get here. Like, I talk like it's easy sometimes, but that's just because it is to me now. But that process of it wasn't fun. Those people weren't fun to experience. But it was at the time, you know. You just don't know until it's over, and that's what I'm realizing too. Life really is an episode. I mean, it's a show or episode or a movie, like whatever it is. You wake up to something new, and you just gotta know that it's always a new day. I don't know. That's my flow, my thoughts on what I'm thinking. I also took a little Reiki break. My thoughts on Reiki been changing a little bit. I'm not really sure why, actually, but I'm going to just listen to it and guide it, because especially when it comes to heavy energy like work like that, when I'm connecting to somebody else's energy portal and stuff. So, yeah, I know that I do want to fine-tune it a little bit more, just as far as adding my own personal touch. And if it's my personal touch, it's going to have to do with language. So, I'm spending some time with that. And again, this philosopher season, this Sagittarius season, this fire season. I love fire seasons, so turn me up. But I'm an earth sign who loves fire seasons. It works well with my chart. It works well with my build up. It just works well with my yin and yang, my masculine, feminine, my balance. I thought I was just being butthurt. I'm like, girl, is you just in your feelings about like Reiki not being booked right now? If I was butthurt, then I would be canceling everything. Oh no, I don't do this anymore because my feelings is hurt. But no, that's not the case once I re-examined that. I'm like, all right, so it's not coming from there. I just want to be able to fully give people everything they wanted. And I've had some amazing experiences with almost all of my clients that I've done Reiki with. So I'm trying to paint a picture of Reiki like how people paint a picture with acupuncture. Like, it's something that you definitely need, something that you definitely need to be ready for. And, you know, like something like that, instead of it's like, oh, like, what is this? Do I even need this type of thing? So just shifting it. And I feel like adding my personal touch to how Reiki can help you to, like, I got this. I'm always available for divine insight, for guided meditation, herbal consultations where I craft you whatever it is that you need for your metaphysical or spiritual needs. And that could be a tea, it could be a protection satchel where you you know, sleep with it, carry it, just using it as a tool, just like crystals are a tool, sage is a tool, everything is a tool. You are all you need all the time. If you just want to amplify something, enhance it, keep it as a reminder, like these are things that help your mind. That's me. All of my information is in my channel, but I'll definitely link everything in the description box. There's that. And I've been doing this thing on my story lately where I will post 3 cards with a question and allow people to pick one of the numbers and then explain what the number is after they done pick the card. So it's like you're getting a little free reading real quick, like small. So I'm gonna post the one I did today at the end of this video, and y'all can let me know if it resonated with you. That's all for today. Peace unto you.